video, and the Golden Week celebration is in full swing. I mean, this is definitely one of the more interesting times in Dokkan history, I'd have to say. A global NJP dual celebration. The global dev team proving that they are incompetent beyond belief. The JP version, like, celebration for Golden Week right now is seeming like this is going to be the best celebration in Dokkan history. It seems like it might surpass the 6-year anniversary, which is the previous best celebration in Dokkan history. So, there's just a lot going on right now, right? So they just teased Battlefield in the news right here. And, you know, this is to be expected. I even brought this idea up in videos in the past couple days, that there is a new Battlefield LR coming. And of course, you know, you look at the Battlefield LRs, the Ginyu Force led by Captain Ginyu, then the Ginyu Force led by, body changed, Goku Ginyu, and then Bobby and Deborah, and the LR Metal Cooler. And it stands to reason that because they had set it up to where, LR, Bobby, and Deborah are done on JP, right? We have every copy we need of them. And then, there's a new Battlefield LR. It seems like new fights should be coming up as well. And sure enough, we have a new LR. So this is an Extreme Int LR Shadow Dragons. Now, this is good because very obviously the big, huge, focus of this celebration is not only massively buffing and making the GT Hero and GT Bosses category, very good. But basically that's it. Like this character is going to be on GT Bosses because they correctly put every single Shadow Dragon individually on there. So obviously as a collective, they are going to be on the category as well. We're going to take a look at the, my brain. I was literally, like, they announced this while I was outside exercising, and I'm just coming back in and sit down, and it's like my brain is not caught up. The fresh air did not do me good. What am I doing? Okay, this LR is going to be a much needed buff for GT Bosses. In a second, we'll go ahead and take a look at what categories this unit could possibly be on. Right now, we don't know how many copies we're going to get. I don't believe so. They probably will give us 2 copies at the start. The big problem with these Battlefield LRs is that you're not going to be able to potentially rainbow them for a long time, right? Like Oob and Bobby and Deborah, it took me over a year to rainbow both of them. So it could be a very long time until these units could actually get awakenings. So if we go and take a look here, basically the one details we did get from this is that their active skill is a 1-turn buff that gives them 7 ki, and all enemies lose 30% attack and defense. This can be used when 7 turns have elapsed. Now, do you guys understand why this is bad? Here's why. 7 turns, you're not going to see this in, I don't know, where would you run this unit? Extreme Super Battle Road, Extreme Class Stage, I guess? I don't know. 7 turns, you're not going to be fighting an enemy that you could lower their fucking attack, is the problem, right? So it's like, you're so stupid. Think about Infinite Drywall History or something like that. Oh yeah, almost every single one of those fights are immune to attack lowering. So it's like, yeah, you could get the active skill, but it's 7 ki, basically. So 7 turns is bad. I don't know what the obsession with Dokkan is. I'm sure this animation is going to be incredible. Let's make this incredible animation that you just never get to see. I just don't understand that. I'm at the point where I would much rather these effects be toned down and not as good, but it's stuff we can freely use and see often, right? Because Goku and Vegeta's active skill is the only negative about those units, really, and you just never see it. The damage is pathetic, pitiful damage, and you never see it. It's very, very stupid. Now, one other thing I also do want to point out here, let's go back in game for this. So this is I believe this is going to be a new, sort of season of Battlefield, right? So Golden Frieza as the strongest enemy is gone. Now look at this, there's no theme here. So I actually, let me head back over real fast. So here's the global celebration info, right? 31st. Actually, you know what I want to do here is I actually want to pull this up on DBZ space. I want to actually look at what it says in game. Okay, let's look at Battlefield in here. Join new battles with your allies. Okay, so I think Global is actually not gonna be getting this then, because what I'm thinking, because if we look, okay, so that's just all it looks like, right? So let's get rid of this. Now let's look at the JP one, and it looks exactly the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. I initially, when I was looking through the celebration info, I was assuming, I mean, I guess this is my fault, that this was going to be like a special battlefield. So you guys know how like during Worldwide Download Celebration, during anniversaries, they'll do like a special version of Dokkan Battlefield. I don't think that's what this is. I think it's just a normal Dokkan Battlefield. And then we can see, based upon the enemies right there, like it's a new set of enemies, including Avocado from the Yo Son Goku and Friends Return special. That would be cool. Avocado getting an actual card. I don't know. I mean, Frieza Force, I guess, if they're going to introduce Frieza Force. I don't know what categories Avocado would be on. Maybe Terrifying Conquerors? Would they be on Fusion? That could be cool. I don't know. But that's interesting to see him, because he's in the quest mode currently, right? That'll be interesting to actually bring him out. Trunks, Salsa, Goku from the tournament. I don't know if we could take any info from this, but unfortunately, the fact that it's not a special battlefield, I do unfortunately think that this LR Shadow Dragons is probably going to be JP only. So, it's such a weird time, right? Like, again, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, right now, this celebration is seemingly going to be the best celebration in Dokkan history, depending upon what Goku Day looks like and, you know, what the Part 2 looks like. And then Global, it's just like, there's all these EZAs missing. This LR Shadow Dragons might be missing. You know, it is important to note that Battlefield does show up at the same time. Wait, does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah. The Battlefield is going to be showing up at the same time in both versions. So, also, Global is not done with Bobbity and Deborah yet, right? Let me actually... Is Global able to get 4 copies of Bobbity and Deborah currently? That's what they're able to do, right? I believe 4 copies. Let me just quickly double check this. All right, so they're able to get... 3. Yeah. All right, that's really stupid. I mean, but again, they mismanaged Global to hell. Like, there's just, like, no other argument, like, you could provide. Like, they mismanaged the shit out of it. Remember when they dropped this right here? This ECA area on Global and JP at the same time? But Bobbity and Deborah were literally, like, the best leader for the event. But they didn't even exist on Global yet. You could actually just make a funny video of pointing out, like, the same time celebrations, like how ridiculous it is. Like, oh, here's this great thing. Just use Bobbity and Deborah as your leader. Very easy. Oh wait, they're only on JP, right? Like shit like that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the LR Shadow Dragons could resemble. So I assume they're going to be a free-to-play leader for the GT Bosses category, which currently, it literally doesn't even have a leader in-game at all right now. There's nothing. No leader for the GT Bosses team. So I assume the LR Shadow Dragons will be a leader for GT Bosses. Let me go ahead and pull up. Here's Omega, Sin. Let's get this Oceanus up. Let's get Tech Nova. Give me Ice, and let's get the fodder dragons over here. So what we're looking at is the categories they're on, right? The categories that this character is going to have here are going to be categories that every Shadow Dragon is on, right? So let's start with one of the fodder ones. Okay. So it's probably just going to be Shadow Dragon, Saga, and GT Bosses is probably what we're going to see here. Okay. Yep. Shadow Dragon, Saga, GT Bosses. Yep. That's probably it. She gets Peppy Gals as well, which obviously the LR is not going to be on. Sin is also on Inhuman Deeds, which I assume the LR is not going to be on. Unless, perhaps, if like their active skill would be Sin absorbing them all and becoming Omega Shenron and then maybe transforming. I don't know if they probably would tease this. By the way, this teaser is not on Global Dokkan as well. But if perhaps they absorbed all the Shadow Dragons, which I don't think is the case, maybe they could get Inhuman Deeds, but it's not likely. It's so stupid. I think the Shadow Dragons should be on Artificial Life Form. I mean, they're sort of the creation of all the negative energy gathered up by the Dragon Balls being misused. Does that count for artificial life form? I don't know. I feel like they should get it just because they've got nothing, right? Um, if they would transform into Omega, it could be good though, because again, they could get full power, power absorption, inhuman deeds. They could actually get other things. The best way to build this unit, honestly, is they need to be like GT bosses, 50% attack and defense, and 3 key is what they as a support type unit. That's how you make this unit very relevant, because it seems like literally... Oh, they'll be on Joint Forces as well. Shadow Dragon Saga, Joint Forces, and GT bosses. Because of that, like, you're barely going to be able to use these guys on other teams besides GT bosses. Obviously, Shadow Dragon Saga as well, but, I mean, that category is, like, pretty much dead. I mean, we need, like... When this guy gets his EZA, just running a full Shadow Dragon Saga team with, like, the double of this guy with his EZA would definitely be good. You know, Int UI Goku has EZA'd, who came out, like, months and months after this guy. So, you never know when this guy could EZA. Maybe GT's Worldwide Download Celebration themed, right? And then maybe Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and this physical Omega both EZA. Global and JP same time, since they came out in Global and JP at the same time. It's definitely possible, right? And then, like, running a full Shadow Dragon Saga, 160% is the way his leader skill would be right there. You know, with this LR, could be very good. That would be a good build. The only thing is that, so, this category design is horrible, by the way, because Hellfighter 17 and Normal 17 are not on here, right? I just, like, you can't, I feel like you can't justify them not being on here. You can't. Like, they're not major like, what did the Dokkan Wiki, what are they saying? Major antagonists. See, like, sure, that's correct, but, like, do we not consider this guy a major antagonist? He's only a major antagonist once he fuses with the AGL, like, the other one, Trenchcoat 17? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, these two were shafted off of the category. I feel like I could sort of buy... Here, actually, let me just pull up the GT link. That'll be easier. Although this guy doesn't have, this guy doesn't have GT link, and he doesn't have GT in his name. Just absolutely asinine. But, like, not only are those two not on there, but then also the baby-possessed, Gohan, Trunks, and then Goten are also not on there, right? So those are the only characters not on GT bosses, is, Mind-controlled 17, Hellfighter 17, and then the baby-controlled characters. By that logic, maybe you could say because 17 and the other, like, you know, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks were mind-controlled, they shouldn't be on there. But Hellfighter 17 still should be on there, right? Because, yeah, he's not on mind and body, like, corrosion and stuff like that. And he's the one mind-controlling Trenchcoat 17. There's no justification in the world for this guy not being on GT bosses. If he was on there... I feel like you could maybe explain why the rest aren't. But, like, Hellfighter 17 is gonna get a better card, right? Now, if we get a fusing, like, these two in one card together, they will be on GT bosses because they'll fuse into Super 17. But still, like, you guys get what I'm saying. It's just very dumb. This is a category, they need to suck this category off for a long time. Rildo is great. Amazing unit for the team. I'm sure the Shadow Dragons will be good for the team as well. I think we're probably going to get a Part 2 summonable LR. My guess, I was saying Omega, and I really believe a standalone Omega as the Part 2 LR to me makes a lot of sense as a GT boss's leader. Now people could say, oh, that's a Dokkan Fest, like, exclusive type thing, and I agree, but the Dokkan Fest exclusive version could just be Sin transforming into Omega. We could still get 2 Omega Shenron LRs, one transforming and one standalone, easily. So I think they could drop. Right now, Baby's already got a summonable LR. So I think that my 3 picks for summonable LR, I'm probably going to do a standalone video on this as well. Either Super 17, standalone Omega, or a fusing 17, Hellfighter 17 and Android 17 in the Super 17. Those are my 3 picks. I don't think Baby is going to get one. 2 summonable LRs without a Dokkan event doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think the next Baby we get is going to be a Dokkan Fest. So I don't think the LR is going to be Baby. So it'll probably be Super 17 or Omega in some capacity. They also, to buff this category, like, we need these guys to get better than rares. That doesn't cut it. Also, the Oceanus is no, it's sexy Oceanus. Okay, I thought it was gonna be her actual dragon form, but it's not. It's her in her sort of like transformed state. Okay. All right. So let me know what you guys think of this LR. Again, honestly, going over all of the info, like seeing that this is just gonna be a new set of enemies on JP. Probably not going to be the case on Global, and Global's probably not going to get it right now, which is stupid, I know. But again, they don't run Global Dokkan with their brains on, apparently. So let me know what you guys think of this LR Shadow Dragons. Hopefully they'll be heavily reliant on the GT Bosses team to make it good. And I'll catch you guys next time.